just sitting there like that. Oh my goodness. But shit, yeah, I'm overall excited for us to do this convo and whatnot, have this little podcast, and we got some good topics, bro. I'm excited for some of them. Should we start NBA or should we start Tatester? I want to start. Let's just do NBA.
Okay.
Ja Morant, right? Grizzlies. Everyone hates the Grizzlies. You know why?
No, why?
All right, so earlier in the year, Ja Morant was like, they're asking him, like, who do you see as a threat in the East or whatever? And he's saying, like, oh, yeah, I think really Celtics is the ones. Yeah, and he's like, I ain't worried about the West. We got the West today. Like, West is good.
Right.
I'm good in the West.
Right.
So then from there on, bro, and also, we don't know the timing, or we don't know exactly what set it off, because it was also the same night that they got into it with Shannon Sharp. Right. Bro, they went on like a 10-game losing streak after that. Like, damn near. Like, bro, they've really struggled because, bro, you can't say something like that against a bunch of NBA teams. Like, they're going to bust your ass every single night. Like, and you guys are young kids that all talk a bunch of shit and haven't done a whole lot realistically, like as far as playoffs go, and which makes it's fine. You're young. Like the Celtics, it took them a while. Well, actually, no, they went to the finals the first year, but after that, like, took them a while to keep getting things right, which is normal with young teams. What's not normal is talking all that shit and counting out like NBA vets, bro. So everyone's just been smacking them. But Jaws also just had issues. So I'm going to take you through the timeline. And by timeline, I mean I'm not going to say the dates. But it'll be in order. They had Indiana Pacers incident. Y'all hear about the laser pointer incident?
Yes, sir.
So they it was a home game for them. And Ja got all his boys, of course, right? All his niggas, bro. Because Ja is the next NBA young boy. Real street nigga. He's really on that shit. He be talking about, I'm going to empty out the hollows on him before games and shit. Like, we ain't folding on nothing. Like he really think he in the streets with it, right?
Suburbs legend.
Right. You seen the post? I know you seen the post. But so they've all right. So all his boys is at the game, and then they get into it with people on the sideline, like with the Pacers players and stuff. And then the Pacers are leaving to their bus, and I guess them motherfuckers, I forgot what they were in, not a Sprinter van, but they was in like Trackhawk or something, SRT or something. He with his boys, and they're all yelling like, hey, you don't want to see what I got, talking shit to the Pacers players. You don't want to see what we got. You don't want to see that, whatever, like talking all this shit, right? Then one of them points a laser pointer at him. So like, but obviously they're like, hold up, like, yeah, bro. Then they dip off. So then there's issues, and then Ja like, I ain't leaving my brothers, nigga. I ride for my niggas. Like, we're like, all right, bro, like you riding for y'all pointing laser pointers, right? Then. Now I'm gonna read this article, but the overall consensus is like this dude Ja like really trying to be hard. Actually, I just posted on my story. It was some Florida nigga, I forgot his name, rapping about like some drill shit, and I'm like, bro, I thought this was Ja. It did look like Ja, and dude, Ja is funny. All right, I'm gonna read this article. Ja Morant accused of punching 17-year-old per report. The Grizzlies star Don't laugh, bro. You got to squabble up some 17. Yeah, you never had to just walking past the high school beat their ass.
Crazy.
Mike, why you putting on him? He said, aha. And you motherfucker. He said, aha. I see my gas. Boom. Get the aha.
He about to fall asleep.
Everybody get on mic. And make sure I'm in that third, too. Get the third. And worst case, you can zoom out on 2.
Read the article.
All right. Sorry. So I'm going to get to it. The Grizzlies star point guard Ja Morant is accused of punching a 17-year-old during a pickup basketball game that took place last summer, according to a Wednesday report from Molly Hensley Clancy of the Washington Post. The incident reportedly occurred 4 days after a security guard at a Memphis mall filed a police report alleging that Ja Morant threatened him and an associate of Morant shoved him, though no arrests were made. During the pickup game, and apparently that situation had to do with like a Foot Locker or something, and his mom called him because there was some type of issue, and you pick it backing up for your mom, you know what I'm saying? I'll at least throw that info out there. Right. So during the pickup game, Morant repeatedly punched the teenager in the head, the boy told police. Whoa. Hey, when you get punched in the head, that means you was like this, because you're not getting in the head. They told police the incident happened at Morant's house, and the teenager told the police that Morant later went into his home and returned with a gun visible in his waistband. Morant told police in an interview that he was acting in self-defense after the boy threw a basketball at his head, though he acknowledged I saw him. 17. Hey, that nigga checked it up too hard and he took off on him. Like, hey, that's self-defense, bro.
He brought a blower after.
And he like a 17-year-old like high school like athlete. Like he's good, He's so that I think that's why he got him at his house. He's supposed to be like I don't know, mentoring the kid or something. Right. Morant also said that the boy threatened to come back and light this place up like fireworks as he left the property. The Grizzlies star filed a police report about that comment, saying that it was a threat to his family. Prosecutors declined to file any charges. Morant's agent, Tim Tanner, said the allegations are unsubstantiated rumors and gossip, being put out by people motivated to tear Ja down and tarnish his reputation for their own financial gain. The boy told police that Morant hit him 12 to 13 times. He said the confrontation began with when Morant threw the ball hard at his chest as he attempted to check it in. When the boy responded throwing the ball hard back, it slipped through Morant's hands and hit him in the chin.
Bruh.
In an interview with police, an attorney for Morant called the lawsuit a shakedown, saying the boy's mother demanded $20 million from Morant. Hensley Cansey also reported that the boy's mother has a history of filing lawsuits that eventually get dismissed, including one against Memphis Fire Department and another against her child's school district for discrimination. By the way, we were talking about when I was going to call corporate for that issue, and you were saying, tell them it was some discrimination shit too. I don't want to look like that. Right. That's what they get on black people for. Like, when you say discrimination, you got to make sure it's discrimination, or they lump you like that and be like, she already filed 2 other possible lawsuits talking about some discrimination bullshit. Like, that's the one that make you look crazy. But yeah, John Morant, bro, what's up with this? You ever punch a 17-year-old?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Nah.
You're soft. That's why. I'll lay out a 17-year-old.
That story's crazy though.
I ain't gonna lie. I would.
So he punches dude in the head, and then he just goes to his house, gets a gun, and then comes back out. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, so the pickup game was at his house. I guess dude checks the ball hard at Ja. You can't play with Ja. He's a street dude, and so he threw the ball first. Then the kid throws it back, hits him in the chin. He then beats the kid's ass, goes inside, gets the blicky, and then
what?
Brandishes it and told his ass to leave. You think he kept hooping with it? Motherfucker had the little appendix holster or something.
Check it up. Check up. Come on.
Yeah, check up. Now let's really play. Let's see if that hard foul comes next play. But yeah, and the kid's saying the whole thing. It's just not a good look overall on Ja, bro. Like when you have 3 incidents, like back to back to back, and you beating up a 17-year-old. To be honest, bro, like how old Ja's 23? 23. You're making like over $100 million in the next 5 years. He's on a weird trajectory right now. Like he's really trying to be like a street dude and like let it be known. And so then the internet got to expose him. And they got all the little family pictures. He got the polo shirt on. But it's hard to be because he is from Memphis. I don't know what it's like over there, but
it's grimy in Memphis.
It for sure is. So who knows exactly where he's from? Right. But man, it's tough when you have the polo shirts on with the family pic and he all smiling. He looked too like an innocent hooper.
They gonna pull up my like 11-year-old polo pics for sure. They gonna pull up my shit.
That's the thing. Like it
could. He wasn't doing nothing. None of that stuff.
Could just be and that's the thing, because like you just saying people from the hood can't take family pics now, because that's another aspect. Is like it's just a family pic, bro. It don't mean, but I don't know. He do look a little. He look extra happy. He got the mom and dad hugging and stuff like. And I don't know, bro. It's just hard to be an AAU baby and be just like a straight street dude. Like I get the fuck, Mike. Can you click that shit?
Yeah, nah, you gotta choose, man.
Hold up, technical difficulties.
Huh?
Nah, that boy don't know what he doing, Jack.
Mike don't know what he doing.
That dude's acting a fool though.
Yeah,
think about
it, guys. Back to Ja.
Yeah, it's like you're worth like $200 million. He has a shoe deal. He's signed probably like a bunch of like sponsorship deals.
He just got that new shoe deal too.
He has like he has a lot of cash. Like it's like, what else do you want? Like why you like moving in reverse almost? Like you made it to the top. Like all the he can only really go down from here. So it's like you have to tread carefully. It's like any rich person has to be really careful with like what they say and whatever, because if their reputation gets tarnished or whatever, because you know how lawsuits work in America, you could sue anybody for anything. Yep. Trump's probably been sued 1 billion times and is going to keep getting sued every single day. You know what I mean? Because you can.
Right. Yeah. It's like, if I really ain't got nothing else going on, bro, if I see Ja with his niggas, bro, I'm gonna say something. Yeah. Like you soft, you ain't about that. They gonna beat my ass, and then shit, I'm lit.
Yeah. Bro. Papered up.
But hey, by the way, couldn't it really be self-defense? Like, do you think that situation sounds like self-defense? To be honest, like, I don't want to like out the dude, but like realistically, with that 17-year-old, like, age aside, bro, I think if someone throws a ball at me, especially if I throw it first, if they'll throw a ball at me and I go and beat their ass, like, I wouldn't call it self-defense. I'd say it was like a basketball scuffle. I still go for it too, but like but then again, you're talking to the police. But also, by the way, if he's like street, you're not supposed to.
You know the problem. I was about to say,
talk to him like that.
Talk to the police.
I don't think you're supposed to make statements.
Go get my lawyer, and then they're gonna lock him up.
But you're an NBA guy. Like you can't do that. Like that's the thing. Like you're an NBA guy, and it's always going to show you're an NBA guy, bro. Like you have to talk to the police. Like what kind of idiot would like you're gonna be? Nah, I ain't talking to y'all. Like bro, you at your own house pulling a gun. Yeah, exactly. Like, but with his headspace, it really seems like he might do some shit like that.
The new Gilbert Arenas, Valley Boy.
Valley Boy. I love Gilbert, bro. Hey, no chill. Gil is the man, dog. Don't play with Gilbert.
Nah, he a legend, Grant legend.
when I was looking at this stuff initially with like the whole laser thing and now
Yeah.
like assaulting a 17-year-old, I thought initially that the police reports were just maybe like kind of fake, because it's like if you actually doing this stuff, at one point you're gonna get locked up or something like that. Like you're gonna get charges against you, but every single time he's not getting charged with anything. Even this time, like he's getting sued, but prosecutors, they're not gonna charge him with nothing, right?
He snitched.
So
He snitched.
bro, I'm just like confused, because I'm like, I'm not saying the 17-year-old is lying, but like if dude actually got punched in the head, like wouldn't you get arrested or something?
It should
That's
like
assault.
that should
It's
be
just-
a real lawsuit.
But it's really hard to say when you're at someone else's property, to be honest. And there's no like cameras and stuff. Well, I'm sure he has cameras, but they didn't access them. But like a pickup game fight, you know, like at your own house too. It's like if we go in the backyard. Say if I had a house, we're in the backyard hooping, and I get into it like fire on one of y'all. Like it's gonna be kind of hard to like build a case
say
off
what
that,
really
because like
happened, right.
yeah, and I would have lied harder if I'm Jaw. I would have been like, nah, he threw the ball at me, then he kicked me in my stomach.
Yeah.
He got long legs. You know what I'm saying? He had the kick,
right.
brought out the kickbox, and I had to.
Right.
It's also Tennessee. I feel like you could just light someone up if they're on your property, right?
Yeah.
So it's like the laws out there just
Yeah,
different.
It's way different.
I be
That's what I'm
forgetting
saying.
Memphis is in Tennessee.
Hell
Yeah, it's nice out there.
I've been out there.
Oh yeah, you
You
have?
have?
Yeah, I've been out there, man.
I ain't never been out there, but I always hear good things, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like Tennessee though, not.
Yeah, I've
not
been to
necessarily.
Nashville.